I did it again. I've done it again. I've done it again. Oh, oh my. I actually just turned off my PC. I flipped the switch. I flipped the switch. That's unfortunate, y'all. That's unfortunate, y'all. Okay, we're back though. That's annoying. Anytime that happens, that's just annoying. And honestly, I might head out here soon too, because I this looks bullish. This looks very bullish right now. This actually looks very bullish. Come back, 15-minute fair value gap. Stop hunt here. Continuation purge up to here. We have this high up here. This looks pretty bullish. This looks like your manipulation leg. 2 and 5 kind of lines up with the buy side there. I want to see this order block now hold. Do we have SMT here? No. We definitely have SMT with YM. I can guarantee you that. We have an SMT with YM here. No, we don't. We would have SMT at the highs. If we come back up, we take a high. I don't like anything. I'm still not gonna look to take anything. This now looks kind of bullish though. We have coming in this 15-minute fair value gap, taking lows. It's like we could do one of two things. We could do one of two things. But this coming up to this high can be a stop hunt to then head lower. You know, like I still do believe we are in sell side of the curve. I think it's more probable that we come back down all the way to this low. But even then, like I would really just look for this low. I don't know what Price wants to do here, so I'm not gonna look to take anything. You know, you're turns to DXY. DXY is getting displacement higher. Look how well we respected that. Look at that wick. I think I could subscribe to us going back up to these highs. I could see that happening. Just because of the fact that displacement candle. I don't like anything here. We have. I guess we don't have low resistance below us. This could make sense to go back run on new highs. I don't know. We could do one or two things. I don't like anything. I'm gonna stay on here for a little bit longer. Then I'm honestly probably gonna head off early today because for me, when I don't think when I know the opportunity is not gonna be there and I really don't want to look to trade, I'm not gonna trade. I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn, and I think it's to do me more benefit. It will do us more benefit if I'm able to learn it and become a better trader. Because when I like realistically, when I become profitable, like you already know these streams are gonna be 1,000 times better. We're gonna have good streams every day, but I'm just working to get my way up until that point. But for now, it's just for me. I like this. This is what I really want, so I'm gonna go chase that. And like I was saying earlier in my YouTube videos, I'm not going to. I'm not gonna put content over my trading. You know, and that's kind of what I did for a second. But even then, like tape reading is definitely beneficial for you, 100%. But for me, it'd be more benefit when I am profitable. But I'm profitable right now, technically. I'm not unprofitable. I think nothing gonna happen today. I think that something can happen today, but it's just lower probability. Monday, Monday, that's definitely your accumulation day. Tuesday, manipulation. Wednesday, distribution. If we're looking at this, I could really just see us accumulating within this range for the whole day. I could see something like this, and that's just not how I like to trade. So, why would I trade when I know my edge? Like I can see us just stick within this box for the whole rest of the day. Who knows? We could get something in the PM session. Look at AM session, it's just not there. Like let's look at the one. Let's look at this. Look at this on the S&P. What have we done for this whole? What have we done for this whole morning? What have we done? Have we just accumulated? Yeah, that's what we. That's all we've done. That being said, we could now get distribution, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. I'm more bearish because we haven't had any meaningful manipulation in the London session. Kind of just had more expansion. And in Asia, where did Asia? It's not. We're still bullish. So, in order for us to truly reverse, we have to be in a higher time repeating rate, and we have to have an SMT. Do we have any of those two conditions right now? Yeah, we do on Nasdaq. We're within a higher time for daily fair value gap, higher time for order block, and we have SMT with YM. So, I'm more bearish and bullish, like I've been saying, but as a trader, you don't really want to trade this. This redelivered rebalance. This could be a. I don't like. We had a bullish fair value gap, and then we had a bearish fair value gap. Do we have SMT at these highs here? Like that could be a. No. I don't like anything. This is just accumulation. Your charting is inspired by Justin Welch, right? Really like it. Appreciate it. What do you mean? My charting. What site are you using to trade? I use TradingView, but I use Tradeovate is my broker I use. But right now I'm not trading at all for this next month, so I don't really need a broker. My charting is inspired by Justin Werling. Explain more on that. So yeah, I started doing chart reviews kind of because of Justin Werling, or MMXN reviews because of Justin. Because like the best way you're gonna grow is if you actually just analyze the charts for yourself. Like I'm gonna grow the most if I sit in front of here and I analyze the charts. And I have people like y'all to hold me accountable for that, you know. I don't like this chart at all. In terms of like 5 minute, it just hasn't. This doesn't show me anything. I don't know what this wants to do. Do you guys think this is truly tradable? Do you guys want to trade this? Yeah, just Justin Werling. I used to be in his his Discord. I paid to be in his Discord, and then I kind of stopped. I don't really look at him as much. He's definitely a great guy, great educator. I learned a lot from him. But for me now, like I said earlier, he was like the good guy that like gave me all these concepts to, like where I'm actually able to kind of use them. And now is when I've really been watching more ICT and hearing what ICT is saying because I think ICT is he has so much free content and it's insane. Yeah, I'm gonna make a Instagram video real quick. I'm gonna make an Instagram video real quick. Say my phone's at 9%. Today's a Monday with no red folder news. Let me redo that. Today's a Monday with no red folder news. And already the chart's just chopping. And already we're just chopping on the chart. On the daily time frame, I'm a little bit more bearish. Right now, we're within this high confluence area, and we also have SMT with YM. I could expect, if we're bearish, we should reject off this area. But I just don't think today's going to be an optimal day to trade. We don't have any red folder news, and it's a Monday. So if I were to trade this, I would wait. I think there's going to be better opportunity Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I think there's going to be better opportunity throughout the week, although today I would be more bearish than bullish. Yes, sir. Y'all just got that behind the scenes right there. Today I bought them with no news. Yeah, I think I overdo myself. Yeah, I'm a head out. I really am. I don't see any need for me to be on the charts right now, and like, I think there's gonna be more opportunity throughout the rest of the week, and I'm not gonna force anything today. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I'm sorry. Like, I would like to be live for longer, but it just doesn't make sense in my opinion. Would you recommend dropping out to trade or full time? When wouldn't you? It really depends on your situation. I mean, it makes sense for me in my situation that I'm in, and I was able to put myself in the right situation. But I also had, it all depends on your situation. Everyone's gonna have a different situation. For me, I trade full time, so I have a lot. It's just also like I'm in probably a whole different situation. I mean, everyone's gonna go through a different situation. I would say, like, if you're able to trade full time and if you really want it, then I would do it. But if you're in a point to when, hey, like, you need money, I'll say it like this: if you need money, I wouldn't trade full time. But if you know that it's gonna be a process and it's gonna take time, then I would say, yeah, you can trade full time. For me, I know it's gonna be a journey. I know it's gonna take time, so I'm totally okay with taking a longer approach to it, which is what I'm doing. I'm not trading all this next month. I'm not. So I'm kind of zooming out, and I'm kind of taking it more at a slower rate, which is what I would recommend. But if you need money, like if you need money for rent, if you need money for outside things, then I would not recommend doing it, because if you think about the psychology behind it, if you know that you need money going into your next trade, you're more likely to over leverage, over risk. You're more likely going to be in a money making mindset if you're in a need to make money. If that makes sense, because I don't think that you should do it if you need money. If you don't need money, if you're just chillaxing, if you're like saying, hey, I'm gonna play this slow, then I would recommend, or I wouldn't recommend it, but I would say maybe then. Yeah, train full time. I mean, nothing's a guarantee, but nothing's a guarantee in life, regardless. Say you keep on doing what you're doing, chances are you're likely not gonna become on a level that you thought you could be. That was me. Like I was working on my job, and I kept on thinking, like, is this the life I really want to live? Like in 3 years, 5 years, is this really what I want to do? No. So I decided to quit. Like, even if you do quit, or like even if you do, I guess, drop out of college or like drop out of school, like that door's always gonna be always gonna be open for you. But what isn't always gonna be open is the opportunity that you have in front of you right now. And what's not gonna be open for me forever is the opportunity that I have right now to come on here and live stream. That's not always gonna be there for me. It's not. The opportunity that I built for myself right now, like my YouTube channel, my Instagram, that's not always gonna be there for me. So I can't let that go to waste. I can't give up. I can't stop. I can't throw in the towel, which is kind of like the past like week, or past like 2 weeks. I've definitely been a lot less active on YouTube and Instagram, which I think kind of it's like I've worked all this time, and I've worked up to do this, and then I've kind of just not been as active. Kind of sucks, but I'm also at a point to where I really want to become a better trader, and like I'm not gonna become a better trader if I just like focus on content, which I guess I could do that, but for me, I don't feel the need to like literally post every single intricate detail about my life. I don't need to let you guys know every single intricate detail about my life, which I don't know. I think I might shift how I make content, but I think I want to pump out a lot more trading content, like chart reviews, things like that, rather than like those activated videos. Because I think that if I pump out more trading content, I'm gonna become a better trader. No stopping, all gas, no break. I would say so, but recently I could tell that, or at least last week I can tell that maybe I was kind of a little bit burnt out of doing what I've been doing, and I decided I kind of want to switch things up, which there's nothing wrong with that. And I've kind of switched my approach to where, hey, right now I'm here to become better. I'm here to grow. So that's what I've kind of switched over to. But just look at the chart right now. Just look at this. Do you want to be in on a trade right now? I doubt it. You're going to you're going to get chopped up all over this. It's really not going to be ideal. Notice where we respected perfectly of this range. We came back into equilibrium perfectly. So that's what we're really respecting of this dealing range. It could go either way. It could go either way for me right now. Like, I could see us going back into these highs here, or I could see us go down to these lows. I would say that I would be more short biased than long biased, but if you're looking at this chart, this isn't telling me anything. The market hasn't tipped the hand at all. We have come to that 15-minute fair value up. We have taken this low barely. We did start to get some displacement here, but this is just chop. Like, this is just chop. I'm not going to trade this. I'm in shorts. A very, very short stop. Yeah, I was short. I take partial, but I get out and break. Yeah. Why do you think the market is crazy? Why do you think the market's crazy? Do you think there's anything that could tell you that the market's not going to be beneficial today? I'll tell you. I think PM session we could have some clear setups, some better setups. I really do. For me, it's because it's a Monday. If you don't know, It's this is more like quarterly theory, but it's also just kind of like my rule in general as well. But if you guys don't know what quarterly theory is, I haven't done too much. I don't use quarterly theory too much, so I wouldn't get information from me. But basically, quarterly theory is it's AMDX. So there's 4 quarters. 4 quarters. This is what from I know. This is my understanding, which I haven't done too much research into quarterly theory. You don't need to know too much about quarterly theory either. Basically, this will be your Monday. This will be your Tuesday. This will be your Wednesday. This will be your Thursday. And then Friday has its own separate thing. I haven't done too much research, like I said, and on quarterly theory. Basically, Monday, you expect to see accumulation, especially if you have no red folder news. No red folder. If you have no red folder news on Monday, you can bet your ass you're going to see accumulation, because red folder news is what pushes volatility in the market, is what pushes these moves to happen. Because every news release, at least what I think, and at least how I trade off of, is that news release was just going to push us to the already existing coded draw and liquidity. So whatever draw and liquidity that we have, that news is just going to push us, regardless of what it is. Even if it's FOMC, it's going to push us to that draw and liquidity. It's going to push us. So this is your Monday. This is your Tuesday. This is when you get your manipulation. You would like to see red folder news. Wednesday, you get your distribution. You like to see red folder news. Thursday is then when you're going to get your continuation or reversal. And this is kind of just the basis of quarterly theory. And since we know that time and price is fractal, this also can go with sessions. So this could be your Asia session. I didn't do that, bro. This could be Asia session here. Asia, London, New York, AM, or we'll say AM, then PM. So ideally, that's exactly what happens. In Asia, we get our accumulation. In London, we get our manipulation. AM, we get our distribution. So that's kind of what I've been, I would say, backtesting a little bit. Yeah, that's how I view price. So Monday, what are we getting? Accumulation. We're just accumulating here. Well, session's not over, so I'm not gonna say we're gonna do anything. But this is what I'm kind of looking at: accumulation, neutralize. Then we're gonna have distribution, and then we're gonna have something like this throughout the rest of the week. This is kind of what I'm looking. Obviously, we'll probably range a lot more than that, so that's what I'm looking at. What amount of money you want to make on every day? What is your goal? I don't care. I simply do not care how much money I make trading. I don't. I can make $10. Well, ideally, I would like to make money, but my goal isn't to make money. I don't have goals for money at all. I don't have because I think that's just the worst thing you can do. Say I come in and say, hey, I want to make $10,000 this month. Then you have your goal. Your eyes are gonna be locking on that, and therefore, if you don't make $10,000 that month, you're gonna think that you're doing something wrong. You're gonna get frustrated. You're gonna think that, hey, maybe I'm doing something wrong, but when the market just isn't giving you opportunity. I will never have a goal for any amount of money I make, and I don't even care about how much money you make, because in trading, it's important to realize that this is a leverage-based game. This is a leverage-based game. So, say you have John, and then say you have Jim. John can make the same amount of money. He can make $10 on a trade, and then Jimmy can make $10,000. What you didn't realize here is that John took the exact same trade as Jim did. John took the exact same trade as Jim did. It was a good trade. But Jim over leveraged and Jim over risked. So Jim made $10,000 on this trade. From the outside perspective, he looks like the good guy. Oh, you made $10,000? No way. That's insane. I was gonna say, you made $10,000. I would. How did you do it? Teach me how to do this. Teach me how to do this. You made $10,000? No way. Jim Jim risked 60% of his whole account. He risked 60%. John risked 0.5% of his whole account. Who do you think is going to be better off in the long run? John, 1,000 times over. So that's why I don't like using money. Like, money does not make you a better trader. Jim risked 60%. He made $10,000. From the outside, looking in, Jim looks like the better trader. It looks like Jim's looks like you want to be Jim. You want to be making $10,000. You don't want to be making $10. No, you don't. But the reality is that Jim is far less off, even though he looks like it on social media. Even though Jim's posted himself in a Lamborghini because he just rented it with his money he just made, he is not going to be good in the long run. In trading, money is the goal, but you don't need to set a daily amount to focus in the number of trades. Good setup. Don't care about money. In trading, money is the goal. Yeah, realistically, we all trade for money. We all trade to get in here for monetary. Like that's why we're here. We're here to make money at the end of the day. But if you're so focused on your money, it's likely not going to be beneficial. That's why I don't care about the money, but you also can't not care about it at all. But I think it's going to do you more good than bad if you don't worry about the money. Which is why I don't care about the money. I don't. Can you give us some ways to frame backtesting? For me, honestly, I have FX replay, and I don't love backtesting. I'm not the greatest at backtesting, but anytime I backtest, I go in FX replay, and then there are times when I don't. FX replay isn't the greatest because you're not able to see how candles print in real time, and then sometimes I go a little bit too fast. But I would say sometimes I kind of just see what the day did and then I write it down. But I would recommend definitely journal. If you backtest, definitely journal. Well, you don't have to journal literally everything, but what I do is I have a whole backtesting thing here, and then I'll have a session to when I go in, and then I just screenshot and note certain things of what price did, and then occasionally I'll say, hey, this is what truly happened, this is why that happened. So that's how I backtest. Yo, what's good, Aiden? How you doing? We all come to this market for money though. Yeah, I would agree. No one's gonna trade to not make money. The goal of trading is to make money. But if you're so focused on money, you're saying, hey, I need to make money today, you're likely not going to be better off in the long run, you know? Say I'm hey, I want to make money today. Anytime that I've done that and I've come to the market with a money-making mindset, how much money are we making today? How much money we're going to make today? It's always gone against me. And then I've always lost more and over risk, over leverage. Because then, say you take a trade and you want to make money, and then you take a loser, you're more likely to take another trade and then lose more. Hey y'all, what's good, Burke? Just focus on trading, then the money will come. Yeah, that's me. I'm focused on becoming a better trader. I don't care. I'm not trading at all for this next month. Why? I'm gonna make a video on that. I'm gonna make a YouTube video on that. I'm gonna make a little slideshow. That's a good idea. I'm gonna make that later today, and then we're also gonna have MMXM review as well. So best believe we're gonna have that today. Hey bro, things are cool. What about you? Hey, I'm chilling. I don't know what 07 means. Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm chilling per usual. Notice where we respected perfectly. This breaker, this area of fair value, definitely definitely look in terms of fair value. Look up a video. If you guys don't know what fair value is, it's definitely helped me kind of view the market a little bit differently. But basically, what it is say, hey, in this range, both sell side and buy side were offered. We had both selling and we had both buying within this area. So this area now becomes a balanced price range because we were given the chance to both sell here and buy here. So this now becomes a balanced price range. Anything from here to here now becomes a balanced price range. However, right here, oh shoot. What color do I have? Alright, however, right here, we were only offered buying here. We were only offered buying here. So what is price likely going to do? The market makers are going to want to offer sell side to give sellers a good chance. So that's when we'll have a retracement back down to this area of fair value to give sellers an opportunity to then push price back higher to this high here. Because what is the main goal of the market? What is the main goal of the market? And I've been doing a lot of research on this. The main goal of the market is to efficiently deliver price. At the end of the day, market maker, got to think of it in terms of this, a market maker, they're here to give buyers and sellers a fair chance to get in at different levels or get in at different levels within the market, if that makes sense. We're going to try to offer buyers and sellers a fair chance to get in. So anytime we leave or we run away with speed, price is going to retrace back down into this area of fair value, if that makes sense. That's what I've been doing a lot of research on. So I think that could be a decent long here. Obviously, in terms of like risk to reward, if you have a strategy based on that, it's probably not going to be the greatest. But even then, put your stop at this low. And then you can target. Like, that's a 2 risk to reward. Let me see if I can find another. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Like, just so you guys. I'm doing a lot of research on this recently. And it makes sense in my brain, so. So here. Sell side was offered. Buy side was offered all the way up here. Where, oh, keep doing that. Where is price going to come back down to? An area where sell side was offered. Right here. This is why breakers exist. That's why breakers are a thing. So now sell side's offered. We're now mapping up. We now have offered both sell side, and we now have offered buy side. So this now becomes a balanced price range. Price does not need to head any lower. What those... Oh, this just means liquidity. I don't know. I kind of have it. It just gives you like a... It just means liquidity. So we know that orders are resting. We know there's money. There's money resting below here. That's what we know. Why? Because it's a higher low. It's a swing higher low. That's where liquidity rests. That's where money rests. That's where orders rest. Let's see. I want to see if we come up and take this high, and then I'll probably head off. Do we come up and do we take this high, or do we not? So it's the buy orders that are there, right? So these are sell stops that rest here. Sell stops rest here. Are you talking about here? So say if I put my position and if I buy it open. If I buy it open, that means I sell to close. Because if I have a contract and if I buy it at the open, oh, I'll put this in green. If I buy, I don't know if that's the best way to explain it. If I buy right here, I'm going to have to sell it to get rid of my contract. I'm going to have to sell it to a willing seller. So what that's doing, say I buy here, technically, I mean, we're not going to put this in terms of like us as traders because we cannot drive the market. We'll say like big financial institutions. So say I buy it open, say a big financial institution buys it open, they are pushing the market up, I guess you could say. And then say you sell at close, because you just bought here, you're going to have to sell. You're therefore pushing the market lower. I don't know if that makes sense. I need to do more research on that, but I would say Arjo has a good video on that. So say it's the opposite. Say I sold it open here. Say I put a market order and I sold right there. I'm gonna have to buy to close. Arjo. I'll pull up his YouTube. He definitely has some great content. He has some sauce. If you aren't watching him, bro, you are missing out. That's crazy. That's what Justin was when he was 15. That's funny. Arjo. He has some sauce. I would definitely recommend watching. He has this series. So I would watch up until. I would watch up until episode 13, but I would watch. I wouldn't recommend this video. I didn't really find much value out of this. I would recommend up until episode 7 and then just watch episode 13 of this. And those are the ones I really liked. Those are the ones that I found value off. But I would watch them all. It's free content, so like you don't lose anything in watching free content. Okay. We now come up. We have taken this high. That's what I see. Seven and 13. Yeah, watch up until episode 7. So watch 1 through 7, and then watch that institutional market structure video. Definitely a good video. Definitely a good video. All right. Why not watch all? I mean, you can. It's free information. But I thought that those other videos weren't as beneficial to me. But like, I watched them all. I would say just watch them all. Like it's free information. So you guys, well, I'm just saying if you guys want to be the most time efficient, I would say 1 through 7 of that series and then 13 is what really resonated with me. I will say. The other ones aren't as good. But I'm just saying, like, if you want to get the best use of your time, it's the market mastery one. It's the market mastery. But definitely learn what fair value is. Fair value. Because if we're always either offering fair value in the market or we are seeking liquidity. And if we're not offering fair value, then we are seeking liquidity. And that can really tell you where the market wants to go. I've been trading for around a year. Where it's been a little bit over that. I don't know. I feel like I've been saying that for the past like 4 months. I'd say around a year for the past 4 months. We'll just say I'm not too seasoned. So therefore, I'm more prone to making mistakes, and I am gonna mess up. But I really think that within the next 5 months, y'all, there's gonna be some good stuff coming for me. But right now, I'm just staying patient, learning at my own speed and learning at my own pace. If we're looking back at this chart hindsight, I was kind of bearish. I want to see this become the draw, but why would this probably not be the draw? I mean, we have this fair value here. We have imbalances here. We have a lot of stuff holding us up from protecting us to go to that low. We have a lot of PD arrays. If we zoom out to the 15-minute, we have this 15-minute fair value gap. We also have this 15-minute order block here. Hourly, we have an hourly fair value gap as well that's also holding us up. So I guess it doesn't really make that much sense, and I can see why we didn't go to this low. We come down. We have now taken this low within here, and then we get displacement higher, and this is what I was saying. This looks kind of more bullish now. We have low resistance liquidity above us. I don't really see too much here. The only thing that I see here is this fair value area we have here. Both sell side and buy side were offered within here. Price does not need to go lower below this. What do? Respect it perfectly up to buy side. And if price ends up doing something like this, then that means we're likely heading to this low. All right, that's kind of what I saw. In terms of what this looks like, this now just becomes a completely balanced range. A lot of buying and selling within here. So, therefore, I would expect us to continue higher. If we're looking at this in just terms of like, this is all we see. If you come in the market and this is all you see, you don't have any higher time frame, I would expect us to continue higher because all of this now becomes balanced. Market makers deliver price efficiently within here, so therefore, I expect us to run higher. But if we get something like this, then I can definitely validate that we want to head to this low and this low. So this could be a turning point in the market here. If we go out, if we zoom out to like the higher time frames, off the daily, this is that same principle. This area within here is all balanced. So therefore, from this area, only sell side was offered. Now we're going to come up and we're going to offer a buy side within this area. If the market wants to head lower, we will respect this area and then head lower. But if the market makers want to push price higher, we will come in here and we will attack these highs. And that's how I see the market right now. Right now, we've just completed this original consolidation. We're at this higher time for order block. I would expect price to reject here. But yeah, intraday, I would expect to see higher prices. But I'm not going to come in and I'm not going to look for that. Let's kind of look at what market open did. We had SMC at the lows. Maybe a trade here. This is the only other trade I saw today. Along here, but then you would have to have your stop here to target this high. It's not terrible, but I just don't think it was the highest quality. That's all I see today, but we're going to go over that more in depth in the market maker review, the MMXM review tonight. If you guys don't know, I do those every day at 4:30 or at 6:30 Eastern time, 4:30 my time. But yeah, I think I'm about to head out. I don't see much else here. If we look at this whole area is balanced. If we get displacement lower, we are heading towards this low. If we get displacement lower, we're likely heading towards this. So that's what I'm seeing. But I wouldn't force anything, especially today. Like, we kind of had something. We've had something. You could kind of say this was a setup. PM session, I think that we could have better action. Definitely. But in terms of overall trading, I'm really not expecting much. I'm really not expecting it. I'm just expecting Monday consolidation. Monday, Tuesday, probably is going to put it the high of the week. Then Wednesday, I'm expecting us to have a midweek reversal, something like that. That's what I'm looking for. We'll see what happens though. Actually, let's see if we get displacement here. Let's see if we get displacement to the downside here. We don't have quality setups today. Yeah, I would say like high quality. And when you come to the market, you want to be taking high quality setups. You don't want to be taking no like 50-50, like, oh, price could do this, price could do that. No, I want to be taking high quality setups. If I don't get a high quality setup, then I'm not going to take it, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna head out here for real this time. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support from you guys. And with that being said, like we'll be live tomorrow for sure. And tomorrow I think there's gonna be a better opportunity. Today just likely not the best opportunity. No reason to force it. No reason to rush it. That's how I see it, and I appreciate you guys. So I'll be back